What's going on, guys? My name's Connor Stevenson. I wanted to start recording a little bit more about my life because, well, I've been told by my few friends that I live a quite weird life. As you can see, I'm currently living in a cabin in the middle of butt like nowhere. Got some little trees. I'm just gonna walk you guys around, show you some cool apple trees. Maybe I could flip it around and show you the landscape a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that well. This is all new to me. I've never been much for social media, but I've always wanted to try my hand at new things, and one of the things I've lacked severely is social media awareness or presence or even recording myself. Right now it's a little awkward just walking around in a field talking to yourself, but what are you gonna do, you know? Gotta learn somehow. Here's a little cornelian cherry. I don't know if you can see it, we just planted that today. We've got all sorts of cool plants going here. Got some pears and some plums and some peaches. I think one of the point of this entire process here, sorry, I'm thinking of whether I should even edit this. I probably will edit this. All right, we're gonna go back and just edit that out. Ooh. As I was saying, we got some peaches, we got some plums, but I think one of the reasons I enjoy plants so much is they have this compounding interest, that you start with something this small, or even smaller. I don't know if you guys have seen some cool seeds, or like a chia seed. How do you start with something this small and end up with an entire plant, you know, or a tree? All of these trees surrounding me, you know, hundreds of feet tall, all started from a tiny little seed. And I was thinking about that while I was sitting on the deck. I've got a little deck right here. I sit out here a lot. I left some of my blankets out to dry in the sun earlier. But, you know, as I was saying, I like to ramble a little bit. We do a little rambling out here when you're by yourself. Yeah, the compound interest is, you start from somewhere, and something I saw on the internet, you know, they say retard maxing, as our kids like to call it nowadays. It's just do something, you know? A plant doesn't think, why am I a plant? Why am I doing it? Or maybe they do, and those are the ones that don't actually grow because they're too busy thinking, why should I grow? Why do I do things? You can even ask yourself, why should I try anything? Why should I be better? I don't know. There is no true answer, but I think the inherent answer is you either try and do something with your life and then pass on, or you don't try and you don't do anything and you pass on anyway. So I guess if you're on the ride, you might as well do what you can. So I guess that's my philosophy for why I started this. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I've got this fancy little mic on my chest. I'm gonna try to keep this up a little bit more. I realize you guys are seeing my sexy double chin, you know. Clavicular would be proud of the mogging. But yeah, I'll try to keep it up a little more, but that's a lot of shoulder work here. But yeah, I'm hoping if this goes off, I mean, see, I shouldn't even go in with that mentality. It shouldn't be about what I get out of it. It should be what I enjoy doing it. So there's no guarantees of whether I enjoy it or not. maybe I'll post a few videos and be like, actually, this isn't for me. But you can always say you tried, and that's important. That's another cabin. We got 2 cabins here. Give a little cabin tour in the meanwhile. We got shack number 1, shack number 2, and this way, and this puppy. One day, maybe, if anyone has any interest, I'll show you the insides. They've actually got some cool doodads and knickknacks and costumes and all sorts of goodies. But yeah, I like to walk around here. Oh, there's a little bunny right there. I've got like a little family of bunnies. I don't know if you can see him. I don't know how to zoom in or out on this, so I'm not going to bother, but I think he's right there. Yeah, he's definitely there. But, anyways, what was I talking about? My philosophy on life? Who knows? I think one of the weird things about being out here is when you're present and you really think about your own thoughts. It's just like 1 minute you have a thought, and the next minute you have another thought. It's kind of like an ever-evolving thought. And I don't know if that's just how my brain works, or if I was trained to be like that, or maybe we all look at social media too much and it's just like boom, 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 too much going on in our heads. But got that brain fog sometimes. But I think what I wanted to do for this channel is if I'm taking this cabin building course, log cabin building course in Canada. It's going to be a 10-week program. And if that goes well and I really enjoy it, I'm hoping to buy a piece of property and spend that time recording myself. Record myself. Hopefully make a little bit of money. Hopefully get to show people what I do for a living. You know, it's a little daunting of a task. You know, I have no actual carpentry experience. I have little stupid landscaping projects like arbors or this fence, but I had help, first of all, and second of all, I had someone who knew the general basics of arboring, or not arboring, excuse me, I'm gonna edit that out. Someone who had the basics of carpentry. Maybe I won't edit that out, fuck that. I fucking don't know how to speak. But yeah, so hopefully that will come to fruition. I'll get to record things, maybe get to see some cool animals, maybe get a little bit more insight into my life, who knows? Maybe I'll get a little bit more insight into myself. Sometimes seeing what other people see, you know, hearing what you guys say, for good or for bad. I know it's the internet, so if I get any modicum of following, there's going to be someone somewhere who's going to have something bad to say, but like everything, it's a trade-off. There are no solutions. There's no magic answer to things. It's a trade-off. You want to put yourself online, you want to show what you've got to offer, well, there's going to be someone out there who doesn't like anything, so. And even though you know that, it will still hurt when you hear the hurtful comments, probably, but irrespective of that, you just move on and do what you can with your life. So I think I'm about done rambling. Hopefully this goes well. Hopefully someone sees this, has something interesting to say about it, or has any advice, comments, concerns, questions, anything like that. Yeah, so see you guys. I'll try to record something later.